Hello all. Anthropology test series we started from today, June 2nd. As you know that Monday to Saturday we will be daily providing you 2 questions with model answers with evaluation as well. And Sunday you will be having a weekly test, a grand test, what you studied from Monday to Saturday, and I will be also giving you the content. My classroom notes PDF with textbooks will be provided. Not only that, the value added content will be available with you. Mainly this program is going to help the aspirants who clearing prelims and going for the mains examination 2025. And today here I want to discuss the day 1 model answers so that you will be getting the confidence how the model answers are there. For example, this is the first question which I asked today. So according to this, the first question is discuss the development of the concept of culture in anthropology. How the concept of discuss the development of concept of culture in anthropology. So various contexts you have to write. First you have to mention about how the answer should be. First your understanding of culture in intro. So culture is a way of living where it gives rules and regulation how to live and how to move on is called as culture. Then you need to have second point is a definition. E.B. Taylor definition you can write, or Malnowitzki's definition you can write, or Clifford Geertz definition you can write, or Ralph Linton's definition you can write. Then we will go for the body. In the body, the question is what? Development of the concept of culture in anthropological context. Then you have to write the first small paragraph in evolutionary perspective, in evolutionary approach. So the evolution of culture is been understood from savagery to barbarism to civilization, and everywhere the culture is same because of psychic unity of mankind. So hence it is called as unilinear form of evolution across the world. That is called as evolutionary form of culture, whereby in this E.B. Taylor gave importance for acquired trait. The culture will be acquired. Then second we will be going for historical particularist way. The historical particularist, they told, Franz Boas told, the culture is mainly because of environment, history and psychological aspects, in which he mainly emphasized on history. What is there in our history that will become the culture. So historical particularist perspective you have to understand. Then diffusionist perspective you have to understand. Diffusionist perspective means mainly the culture is not invented, culture cannot be invented, culture will be copied. Culture will be moving from one center to multiple centers, which is called as diffusionism. So few people believe that it is because of migration of people, few people believe it's because of geographical proximity. Hence the culture will be spreading from one center to multiple center, that is called as diffusionist understanding of evolution of culture. The next, functionalist perspective you have to write. In the functionalist perspective you have to mention that Malnowitzki is an anthropologist, a British anthropologist who mainly emphasized that the culture is mainly because of a function. If that function is not performed by the culture, that function will be degenerated. So similarly, the culture is also having a function to perform. If the culture is also not performing its function, the culture also will be disappeared. Hence, he gave importance for functions. And the fifth is structural functionalist, who is called as the structural functionalist, who is called as R.C. Brown. And R.C. Brown told that culture is important and structures are important. Both together constitute the evolution of culture. Hence, similarly, the structuralist. The next person is called as structuralist, who is called as Levi-Strauss. Levi-Strauss told that cultures are not important, but the structures are very important. So, he gave less importance for culture. That also we need to mention. Then we have to give importance for culture personality school, whereby they told that multiple personalities will become special genus according to that will become the personality of the culture. P influences C, whereas according to that is told by Ruth Benedict, according to Margaret Mead, the culture will be having a personality which will be present in the individuals. It is called as culture influences personality. Culture personality school you have to write. Then symbolic approach you have to write. Symbolic approach is mainly been advocated by Clifford Geertz, Victor Turner and David Schneider. They told culture is the combination of symbols and meanings which are inherently present in the minds of the people. So culture is nothing but a combination of symbols. Symbols can be material or symbols can be non-material, but they emphasize that symbols are non-material aspects like values, beliefs, customs. Then we have symbolic approach. Then we have cognitive approach. The culture is nothing but what is present in the minds of the people is called as culture according to Taylor and Conklin. Finally, finally postmodernist approach, whereby up to now culture is subjectively understood, but the culture should not be understood in subjectively, it need to be understood in objectively. Hence you are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 small paragraphs you have to write. Why? Because it's 20 marker question. Small paragraphs. Finally you have to conclude that culture is both acquired and inherited. The culture is what is present in the minds of the people, and the culture gives highest importance to non-material aspects and culture gives less importance to material aspects. Like that, you have to give the conclusion. So this should be the answer. This should be the answer for the first question, which is called as discuss the development of the concept of culture in anthropology, which means if you see, so see we may evolutionary stage, historical particularist stage, functionalist stage, as well as culture personality school stage, symbolic stage, interpretative stage, postmodernist stage. So we are giving in the box also what should be the triggering point in this particular answer. So in this way, for every answer, we are giving you in this way, for every answer, we are giving you इंट्रो में क्या होना चाहिए, बॉडी में क्या होना चाहिए और कंक्लूजन में क्या होना चाहिए. लाइक दिस द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन मॉडल आंसर वी प्रॉपरली मेंटेन. सी इंट्रो में क्या होना चाहिए, बॉडी में कितना पॉइंट्स होना चाहिए, स्मॉल पैराग्राफ 7 पैराग्राफ्स होना चाहिए और कंक्लूजन में क्या होना चाहिए. लाइक दैट वी मेड इट. एंड कमिंग टू द सेकंड क्वेश्चन, इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड हियर, कल्चर रिलेटिविज्म इज एसेंशियल फॉर ए multicultural society like India, but it cannot be absolute critically examined, which means if you see, culture relativism is essentially for a multi-democratic society like India, but it should not be absolute critically examined. So first in intro, you have to write about culture relativism here. Culture relativism has been studied by Franz Boas. According to Franz Boas, every culture is unique in its context. Every culture is because of its environment, because of its history, because of its psychology. So one culture should not be compared with another culture. Every culture should be seen in their own context. Hence, there should not be any form of degrees given to one culture. Hence, that particular concept is called as culture relativism. So you have to give the understanding of culture relativism. Then, essential for a yes. First, culture relativism is essential for India. Why culture relativism is essential for India? The culture relativism is essential for India because we are multicultural, multilinguistic, multi-religious, multi-caste, multi-regional. So these many multis are there. So one culture should not be, one language should not be, one religion should not be, one region should not be, one caste should not be compared with another culture. Hence, but however, it is not absolute. Why? Because on the name of culture, sometimes there might be some human rights violation like sati system, dowry system. There might be Daudi Bohra community who are very famous, notoriously, they are notorious for their female genital mutilation. So we cannot leave them, it is their culture. Hence, it cannot be absolute. So there is negatives of culture relativism also. But however, when we compare with ethnocentrism, next paragraph. However, when we compare with ethnocentrism, culture relativism is more advanced or more significant. Why? Because it is open, it is inclusive, it is culturally sensitive. Hence, culture relativism should be promoted when compared to ethnocentrism, full stop. If you see our model answer, if you see intro, body, conclusion, what is culture relativism I mentioned in this? Promotes respect for diversity, encourages social cohesion, facilitate inclusive governance. It cannot be absolute contradictions with human rights, legal and constitutional challenges. What I told with that, these points also you can add. And there can be a threat to national integration, sati practices, caste-based discrimination, ka panchayats, honor killings. So hence there is a need for balanced approach. What Ambedkar told, constitutional morality. What Supreme Court judgment told in Indian Young Lawyers Association versus Union of India, gender equality is important when compared to religious equality, and the practice of triple talaq was also removed on the context that constitutional morality is important rather than their culture. Hence, we have to conclude like this. If you write a proper answer, like this, if you do a very good practice, 100%, those who are clearing prelims 2025, those who are planning for 2026 also, there is high chance that you might cross 280 plus, and your English is good and your sentence formation is good, your vocabulary is good, you can cross 300 also. So anyone want to join our program, you can call us at 9,350,939 Anthropology test series. We started from today. All the best. Jai Hind.